Okay, loves, today I have with me,
Younis daughter.
today I'm really super excited. I don't know if you guys know this, but he's actually supposed to be my number one love, first love on this channel. But life happened, both of us busy as hell.
It was
so
my
I'm super,
fault. It was my
yeah,
fault.
so I'm super excited to have him here. So first of all, let's just get right into it. You are a comedian, and I just want to know, loves watching want to know, how did that all start?
So for me, I've always been a writer, right? Like on my phone notes, I have notebooks at the crib. I've always been a writer, but never really knew where I wanted to put my writing into, like what platform to use. So it wasn't until also I've also been the class clown in high school. I've always been the
Yes, everyone
like
I swear, like, we went to high school together. I swear, when we walk in the hallways, every time we see each other, you never not see Eunice smiling and making jokes. He had everyone laughing in high school. Everyone, like, called him class clown. Like, anywhere you're sad or anything, find Eunice and he'll make you laugh.
So that's always been part of my personality. And my family is all hilarious. Like, everybody in my whole household is funny. They're a personality. They're like, so I would say I've always had the idea of like, oh, maybe comedy, I can use that. So I maybe wrote a joke, but I've never really settled in on it until Yazid, who's in Terminal 5, we were walking at UIC one day, and they were having like a last comic standing competition at UIC. So he bumps into me, he's like, yo, they're having that, let's both perform. Yazid is hilarious, by the way. This man is like one of my best friends.
Yes, we will talk more about Terminal 5, because...
we'll bring it back up. So me and him perform. Like, when is it? He goes, it's tomorrow. So I'm like, oh shit, I have like a day to prepare. So I go home, wrote some shit. Like, this will be funny. Like, let's see what happens. And I ended up winning the next day. The winner gets like to open up for a Trevor Noah correspondent like 3 months later. So now I really gotta take it serious because it's not a joke.
Were you surprised or shocked when that happened?
Very shocked. And even afterwards, because when I got off stage, this is a very not bad. This is something about me that always happens. Like, if it's not perfect, I get off like this was trash, and I hated it. And I remember, so when I got off stage, I was like, man, I forgot this joke, I forgot to mention this, and my time was off, and I was super nervous too. So I didn't think I won, and then when they announced me, I'm like, oh. By the way, can I cuss on here? Right?
Yeah, right. Everyone asks me that. Like, yes, be yourself, curse.
Like,
yes,
oh shit.
yes.
Okay,
I'm like,
so yeah, I ended up winning, and then I started really taking it more serious. And then a few months after that, I opened up for the Trevor Noah correspondent, aka Jabuki. Young White was a comedian, great comedian as well. And then little by little, we started doing it more. I started meeting the other people in T5, and we're like, let's just do a show over the summer. Mind you, I only had like 5 minutes of material. None of us had experience doing a show, produced nothing. We just kind of met up one day outside of Starbucks, and we're like, let's just see what happens. And we ended up selling out that first show, and then the momentum just built from there.
That is so good. Yeah, Terminal 5, they're like 5 men in a group, right? So I literally went to a few shows at Terminal 5. They're amazing. I love them.
Man, we love
them. How did it all start? Like the Terminal 5 as a group?
So I was hosting a show for College DuPage. It was like a hip-hop summit, and I invited my best friend Naveen, and Naveen invited his best friend from school named Eddie Yuma, who's a great rapper, by the way. I'm also trying to plug in everyone. I don't know if you know this.
No, that's okay.
And Eddie Yuma's best friend came with too, and that was Rami. So Rami's in Terminal 5 as well. And he's like, yo, I want to do comedy too. And I'm like, yo, Rami, I'm trying to do a show over the summer. He's like, you hit up any comedian you know. I'll hit up my comedians that I know.
That is amazing.
And then we just, just the energy.
I love that because support goes a long way. And I feel like no one can be successful alone, and first of all, if you guys in the Chicago area, live in Illinois, if you ever have a chance to see Terminal 5, a comedy act, a comedy show, please go check them out, because if you follow me on Instagram, on my account, so you guys know I post them. So if you ever have a chance, haven't seen them yet, make sure you guys go. Have to definitely see one of their shows.
Love. Thank you for that plug-in. That's love. Of course. So yeah, that's kind of how it began, and now I'm trying to, I'm still in school. I got one more semester left at UIC. I'll have a communication major. I'm a communication major. So I'm doing that, working on the side, but comedy is my main like art form. Like, that's just, I feel like I finally found my purpose. And honestly, like, it could be the worst day, it could be, I'm having a bad day, but like when I write and I'm doing, like getting into it, it lifts me up. That's how I know, like, so at the end of the day, if nobody comes to a show, or I've said this before, like, I feel like I found what makes me happy. And every time that I'm doing it and I finish doing the show, I feel better. Like, I'm growing, I'm prospering. So is that how you feel about your work?
Let me tell you, because that's what I always tell people, because I always say the secret of life is you, but once you find out your why and purpose in life, nothing will stop you. That's your inspiration. You keep going. Like you said, you found your why, you found your purpose. I found mine. And like once you have that, you never want to let it go. And you let nothing stops you. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and a lot of people don't like sit there and be like, okay, what they want to do, all this stuff. But you will know what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, what inspires you to keep going, you know? So.
And I feel like somebody asked me this, was like, well, I don't know what my why is. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And honestly, even if I, like me personally, even though I knew what I wanted to do, it just comes at the right time. You know what I mean? So like, if you don't know what your purpose is yet and you're really like trying to figure it out, just do what you love for now and you know, see what, experiment with everything. But just know when it's your time, and
it will come. Trust me. Do not rush it. Trust the process, and it's all about the journey. The whole journey that makes you successful from here to 10 years out. It's all about the journey. You know, take what you can, learn from it. The mistakes, the heartaches, learn from it. It's all about the process. And let me tell you, it is hard. You're gonna have times you want to give up, but you know you want it so bad that you can't. But before we get more deep into this, let me say, you rapping, making a song, how did that start?
So this goes to Keenan, aka LA Don.
Yes, oh my gosh.
Man, I love Keenan. That's my brother. Period. No, you know what I mean? That's like a line that I draw. If you disrespect Keenan, you disrespect me. You know what I mean?
Yes, and for you guys, my loves who do not know Keenan, I will put his link down below. He's a rapper, really. If I had to compare him to any rapper, I would tell him he's like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. Deep as fuck, real as fuck. Probably too real for most people. So I'll put his link in the description box below so you guys can check out his music as well.
So he took me to the studio a few times, and I've always seen how they do it. And one of the engineers one time, like they let me get on the microphone. Like, Younis, you know, we're about to go do, you know, get some things. You could fuck around with this. So they literally leave. I press record, and I just freestyle one take everything. I'm not even, like, 'cause I'm not a real, like, genuine rapper, but I have fun with it. I'm a big hip hop fan.
And that's what it's about, right?
Yeah, and it was fun. Like literally, so I'm like, God, that was on. I'm like, you know, spitting.
Was it off one shot?
One shot. Everything that I've ever posted is a one shot. You know what I mean? I'm in, like, my family and friends say it's obvious, right? Like it's obviously a one take, but it's fun. I have fun doing it, and you know, afterwards they come back, I play for them, and they're just dying laughing. I'm like, all right, I'm posting this. You know what I mean?
So for my loves out there who does not know what I'm talking about, here is the video right here.
Oh, 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 oh. Ow. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Mighty whitey, yeah. Fighting for the right thing, yeah. 'Cause oh, oh. Hey, oh, oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fighting for the right thing, yeah. Got the blood, 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 blood. My heart don't not stop. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck blood, fuck a lot though. I'm lactose intolerant. I don't drink chocolate milk, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Puta face, Sonia, Sonia, toasty cheeks. Sonia's got toasty cheeks, and she likes to freak. Are you my I take her and I bend her over. I take the shots like a black cobra. Yeah, you. I do not like you, yeah. I got soul for you, yeah. I like all of those. Cheerios in my hose. I got blows. I don't know where to go. Ba 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 boo. Laco, 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 go. Sata fata, chata fata, what the matter? I got father and my sister and my brothers and my brother. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's you know bars. It's not even.
Would you make another song though? Was it coming? Would you?
So I was just talking to bars earlier on the phone, you know, because he's busy. He's a busy guy, you know, and he's actually might come out with the album over the summer. We don't know, you know. He's got to check with his people.
Oh my gosh! Well,
so
I'm excited.
You know, it's gonna be. There's a few names on the table. It might be called Bars Drive Uber Cars, because he's an Uber driver as well.
I like that.
So
like
we'll
that.
see. We'll see what happens.
Oh my God. Well, I'm excited for Unibars. Whatever he comes out with, I'm ready. But the thing is like, how do you come up with your material?
Okay. So there's two things. Sometimes it's just like there's a lot of writers that hopefully are watching this. It's sometimes like you're just driving and the idea will come.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it's from. Just unconscious, subconscious, whatever. And I just try to write that down right away, and then later on I will perfect it and play with it. But what I also do, and I really recommend this to all writers in all aspects of art, whether even if you're just a painter, I really recommend to wake up every morning and just write 1 or 2 pages. No agenda hidden. No, like, you're not waking up like, all right, I'm gonna write a comedy set, or I'm gonna write this song. No, it's just I'm gonna write how I'm feeling, how I'm doing, and just it's called Morning Pages. I read it off a book called by Julia Cameron. It's called It's the Artist's Way. That's the name of the book, if you're interested to read it. But if you don't read it, that's what I took away from it. It's just about writing every day. So what tends to happen is this. So when you first wake up, you're writing. I just woke up, I'm drinking my McDonald's Sprite, I'm wearing a green shirt. You just writing whatever. Little by little, after maybe a few weeks, you'll start to notice, oh man, I just wrote this. This could be a funny joke that I might use.
You try to like put it together.
Yeah, like you say, man, yesterday this happened. Also, man, this would be funny on the show. So that's kind of how I come up with material, or I'm just sitting down and it hits.
How do you know like to pick the stuff that you write to actually put it in your acts?
Okay, so because I have so many different ideas, right? What it comes down to is what's the funniest to me and what am I excited to tell the world.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
So like,
because you also, whatever you do, you have to actually love it and like it. You know what I'm saying? You just
people will feel that energy. Like when I'm on stage and I'm performing something that I'm like, oh, let's see how this goes, guys. That energy is obvious. But when I'm like, yo, so this happened.
When you're excited and you're ready for it,
your energy just it bleeds. It shows. So that's kind of how I know what I'm gonna talk about. And even when I do know what I'm talking about, like let's say I'm like, all right, I'm gonna joke about relationships. That was my last set that I did a whole bit about relationships. Even then, it takes me like a month of, it's like Louis C.K. said in an interview where it's almost like when they're sharpening a sword, what they do is they bend it and they iron it up. They like keep folding it up, and that's kind of what you want to do with your writing. Is like I just keep perfecting it until it's finally like there's no holes in the jokes. And mind you, I still got such a long way to go in stand-up comedy, but that's what I try to do. So I try to keep rewriting it and perfecting
and you're learning each time. You're growing each time. But that's another thing I want to talk about, because like you said, you talked about relationship last time.
Yeah.
You talk about things that you've been through, your environment, things that you see that you said you're just driving and it comes up.
Yeah.
And like I see this a lot with comedians, like with Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, when they make a joke and like the society plays it on negative and stuff. But I just want to say, like, loves, like, we forget the main part. They are comedians.
Yeah, I love that.
What do comedians do? What do comedians do?
Our intention is just, for me at least, my intention is to tell my story. I want people to walk out the show and learn something new about me, get to understand me more, laugh. I hope they laugh. And to think a little bit, So it's like, at the end of the day, I would say don't question the joke or what the actual words are saying. Question the intention. So if I'm on stage and you could clearly see that I'm on stage and my intent is to hurt someone, or my intent is to really offend someone, like I'm on stage and you can see I'm angry and I'm like trying to offend someone, then I would understand why you're mad. But if my intention is to go on stage and I'm letting you know my intention, and it's obvious that I'm just trying to make y'all laugh.
Exactly.
It's like at the end of the day, you can't control what somebody else thinks.
Exactly.
But I would just say, look at their intention. Like, what are they,
Exactly, because I've seen so many tweets and everything about comedians, like, with Cat Williams and all that. And it's just like, you guys, you know what comedians do, right? But I share this post, I do motivation videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and one of my posts says, you never know what anyone is going through, so be light someone's life, And TJ Strokes, another awesome comedian. Also, I'll put his link in the description box. Yes, I'll put his link in the description box. He commented on it. He's like, "This is why I do what I do," because a lot of things when you see comedians, first of all, let me just say, not everyone can be a comedian. Let me just say that right now. It's a talent. It's a gift. It's inspiration. You gotta be motivated. You have to want it. To just being able to make people laugh, and I'm saying not just a little laugh. I'm talking about a laugh that's so
TJ
deep.
does that well
too. You know what I'm trying to say? That makes it so deep to like makes you forget what you're going through for that moment. People want to go see comedians because they want to laugh. You know why? Because we do not laugh enough. Like I was telling him before, it's just like some of my fiance we watched on YouTube, funny game show answers, accidents, family feud and stuff.
those
And
are
I was
hilarious.
laughing my ass off, and I was telling him like, I told him we don't laugh enough. I feel like society, we forget that part of living is humor.
Yeah.
We forget that. We don't laugh, and I don't laugh. I'm talking about laugh like every day, like a good laugh. You know how you haven't really laughed? You're like, I haven't laughed like that in a while.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We
It's
need to laugh every
therapeutic.
single
It's
day. You know what I'm saying?
therapeutic, yeah.
Being able to make mistakes, laugh at them, laugh at yourself. You're not to laugh at yourself to the way that you put yourself down, but we forget how important laughing is.
For me, I feel like just sometimes certain people take life a little too
seriously.
And it's
Yes.
like, yo, chill.
Yeah.
It's not. And
You're
I get
right.
there's a time and a place for everything, right? But sometimes it's like, dude, we're in a classroom.
Exactly.
Or something. We're at work. Chill. It's not. That's kind of how
No, you're right. Yeah.
move at least. But I don't know.
So I just want, loves watching society. I just want you guys to know, like, really just, before you judge and critic a comedian, just really look at what they do for people. Not everyone could be a comedian.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And what they do to make people laugh, and just, you don't have no idea what they're going through. And you're just knowing that you made a whole room laugh, made them forget about their hurt and pain, just even for a minute. And that means a lot.
You painted that
So,
beautifully, by the way. I never
no,
I'm like,
really?
man.
I'm like,
I'm like, man, really? I'm doing that? Like, I hope I
I'm
try.
like, no, you are.
That's
You
wrong.
definitely
I
are.
appreciate
So
it.
that's what I was saying. Like, now I'm going to comedian shows, your comedian shows. I'm like, I want to go to more because it's amazing. You have no idea. You have any comedian show around you, definitely go. But show them love, show them support, because it is not easy to be a comedian. It's not easy. It's hard work. People think it's simple, but let me tell you something. It's definitely not. So I appreciate for what you do.
Oh, we
You're
appreciate
doing a
what you
good
do
job,
too,
like
man.
for real.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry, I always be preaching. I had to
Hey.
get that out. The
I love
world
it.
needed to
I
know
love
that.
it.
I
I love
swear,
it.
because
I
I be
love
like, they be like going too hard for comedians for
Yeah,
what?
they-
They're comedians. For reason. Like, I'm like, what?
I love it. Oh my, no, it's true. And I don't know, it's just like, for me nowadays, even outside even just comedy, like, I'll go watch a movie and then somebody would be like, yeah, that was a 7 out of 10. That was a 6 out of 10. It's like, dude, these people, they all got together. First of all, you know how hard it is to get people together.
Yes.
So these people got all together, they got
Right, I
the
know.
cameras, paying a lot of money. Because I've been on set with, like on
Yes.
Empire or on what, and they got vendors and everything. And it's like their whole thing they're trying to do is just to entertain you for
Exactly.
that 30 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And then somebody will watch it and be like, I know that took 4 months to make and it was really hard. And they can't do it, but they're like, 6 out of 10. Like, it's like, dude, at least respect
And
it.
you
You know what I mean?
and you don't even know why you rated it 6 out of 10,
Yeah.
right? Because you didn't like the dress she was wearing
Man.
or something.
What was that one
you know?
Leonardo movie, Once Upon a Time?
Once Upon a Time.
I loved it. I watched the movie. It was long, but I loved it.
Mhm.
And I remember seeing the ratings afterwards, and this guy's like, it needed more of this. It needed. It's like, dude, just watch it. I get if you didn't like it that much, but you don't gotta go out of your way and criticize every
Exactly,
minute of it.
yeah.
It's like, just let them be. If you didn't like it, cool. You don't gotta watch it again. If you liked it, cool. You know what I mean? Just respect it. You know, that's kind of what me and my boy Robin were just talking about the other day. Is like, even if you don't you don't like a certain artist or a certain comedian or a certain painter, the least you can do is just be like, oh, that's just not my style. I'm not interested in that. But you don't gotta bash them and like,
Exactly.
I've seen you've seen the like hate tweets that some people do towards they're
Yes. Oh
human,
my
dude.
gosh.
Like,
That's
you
what I
know?
always tell people. Like you said, people who take life too seriously and stuff like that.
Right.
It's like I always tell people that who's negative and toxic in your life. There's a reason why people act a certain way, a reason why people have the behavior that they do. People who take life too seriously, you know why they take life too seriously? They don't know how to not take life too seriously. They were brought up in a certain type of way. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you're someone listening to this and you're like you take life too seriously, take a step back. Why do you take life too seriously? And start from there. And if you want to continue to take your life seriously, it will be harder for you. That's honest. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Learn to laugh more at yourself. Life is hard. You don't need to be serious, and you don't need to just be hard on yourself. Love yourself more, and just don't take it too serious. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to be yourself.
That's right.
It's okay to accept yourself. So, for people out there who do take life seriously,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was well put.
Right?
That was really well put.
So before we trail off topic, because I could talk your ears out for hours, it's like I know when I'm talking to you, you're always big on writing. How does that help you with the way that you do your acts? I know that inspires you, motivates you, to continue to write. Like when you first started to write, did you have to teach yourself to write every single day, or come to you naturally?
It's discipline. It really, because there's days where I'm having a horrible day, but I'm like, I just try to force myself to even just write even mind you, the writing that I'm doing, it's most of the time it's just idea and it's garbage, right? Like it's not
Mm-hmm.
always like that joke, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just good to just let it out and just if that's what I say my craft is, then I should be practicing it like that,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Like I treat it almost like it's my kid. This is gonna sound
Mm-hmm.
weird, right?
No, it's not.
Like if you have a kid, you can't just go like 3 days without
Mhm.
feeding it.
You gotta take care of it,
It would
yeah.
it would get sick, malnourished.
Mhm.
Same with your art. Just always feed into it. And if that's what you say you do, and that's what you love to do,
Mhm.
then that's how you should treat it. So how did I get into it? I don't know. It's just something that like I just maybe deep down there's a need to express myself or have an
Mhm.
idea that I feel like is could make a classroom or
Mhm.
a stage or a show laugh. It's just most of the time I just have something to say and I
Mhm.
write it down and even if, like I said, even if nobody like looks through my notebooks or my notes or whatever,
Mhm.
for me personally, I feel better after I express it because I remember this quote that when somebody told me it's like suppression leads to depression.
Mhm.
So like you don't want to like suppress your
Yeah.
thoughts, and men tend to do that. A lot of men they just try to, and women, but like the masculine energies,
Mhm.
like
I
everything
know,
they
I hate
suppress
that,
it.
yeah.
I'm like, yo, let you express yourself. Feel, you're a human. Your feelings matter.
Mhm.
So I guess that's my way of expressing myself. Some
Mhm.
people, it's music, like
I love
Keenan.
that, yeah. Everyone
Keenan's
finds
music.
out their own way, yeah.
Like I could deep down maybe let's say I really want to paint something, but that's not my thing. So if I
Mhm.
paint, it's not gonna come out.
Exactly.
I don't
That's
feel the
not
need.
you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you paint
Yes,
beautifully, so
thank
it's
you.
like
I'm like-
you'll never see. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But
it's just how it is.
for my loves watching, if anyone, does acting, whatever, for anyone who wants to be a comedian watching,
Mhm.
any advice that you could give them or tell them like
Yeah.
where to start and stuff that you should know or anything.
So first and foremost, study the greats. When I say that, as in really dig in, like who were some of the great comedians? To me, they are Richard Pryor, George Carlin. Those are like legends, right?
Mhm.
Currently, I'm a huge Kevin Hart fan.
Mhm.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, I love Kevin Hart,
He's my
yeah.
favorite. And he's such a great businessman too.
Mhm.
So study the greats and see how they do it. That's the first place to start. Second is start writing and see what you want to say. What's your perspective? Mind you, I'm still trying to figure that out too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not like I have it figured out. I'm still studying the greats. I'm like, oh man, I like how he paces
Mhm.
himself. I love how this comedian is very thoughtful and brings in like so it's like
Mhm.
study it and constantly practice it. So
Mhm.
the way you can practice is hit up open mics. Google open mics
That's what I
near
was gonna
me.
say, yeah.
Like
And yeah, talk about your open
Yeah.
mic. He has open mic every Wednesday at UIC.
every Wednesday.
Yeah,
It's-
talk
it's,
about that.
it's,
I'm-
no, thank you for reminding
Uh-huh.
me. Yeah, so I have my own open mic because I'll even tell you a good story. The reason I started my own open mic is when I put open mics around me, right? There was one over there, one in the areas around me. Certain ones weren't as I love being positive. I love being surrounded by positive people. Certain ones weren't as positive, right? So like I would go up there and I just felt the vibe wasn't right. And I remember like I'm from Iraq, I'm Muslim, and I remember after I got off stage, somebody said a remark about it. I don't even want to like give them the space and energy for, it, but
Oh my gosh.
it was something racist, and I was
Mhm.
like, man, should I come next week and just roast all these
Mhm.
dudes, or what should I do? So I remember telling my mom about it, and she was like, look, you could. In the end of the day, you walked into their house, you walked into their open mic. It's their rules. You gotta respect it, no matter
Mhm.
what. If you don't like it, go create your own.
Mm.
And so I was like,
God
man.
bless your mom for
Yeah, my
that.
mom.
I like
oh,
that.
shout out to my
Yes,
mom.
oh my
So
gosh.
I went. I was like, you know what? Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna start my own. So and my mom's always been instilling these types of thoughts
Mhm.
and theories. It's like if you don't, create your own. This is your own circle. So I created my own open mic, and I made it as positive and
Mhm.
supportive. And that's when you walk into an open mic, I want you to feel like you're walking into your house. Like
Mhm.
you feel welcome.
That's how it should be too. That is how it
It's-
should be, and like it's sad
it's
that
sad
a
that
lot
it's
of
not
places is not like
sometimes.
that.
Yeah.
And that's why people, scared to come out there and stuff.
And I don't blame them. Like
Mhm.
I honestly like if it was someone like if I didn't have as much if I didn't have enough confidence or like respect or something, like I probably would have been like discouraged. Like,
Mhm.
man, maybe I'm not a comedian. What am I
Mhm.
doing here? And that probably happens to a lot of people.
Mhm.
But so if that happens to you, if you've done comedy and you went somewhere you just didn't feel like it's not for you, maybe it was the spot. I never want to, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how to say this, but like sometimes it could be your comedy. Sometimes it could really just be the room. It could be
Mhm.
these people aren't where you're from. Like, and you know what I mean? And aren't understanding what type of culture you're coming in from. Like.
Trust me, I already
You know what I
know.
mean?
Like I would thinking
So-
the same
so-
thing.
so,
Because the
yeah.
audience does play a big part, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? People could connect what I'm trying to get at.
And you
I
want to
don't-
be
you know what I'm
universal,
saying?
and the goal is to make everyone laugh. And
That's how it should be.
And a lot of the time, you just got to
Mhm.
work on your craft, right?
Mhm.
But there is times where it really could be them, because at the end of the day, you know, like, how do I want to word it? It's just like, growing up, I never really saw a lot of Arab comedians. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but like, just recently, Rami Youssef's a great comedian. Mo Amer, all these people that are representing where I'm from, it gave me even like, whoa, if they're doing it, I could do it too. Growing up, I didn't even see a lot of that. That's probably what took me the longest to get up out there, is because I didn't see anybody else doing it where I'm from. And there's certain jokes that I had when I tried it in front of, let's say, a white crowd. It didn't hit the same, but when I tried it in front of an Arab crowd, it resonated more. And of course, again, the goal is to be universal, and I don't want to pick sides and like, but. So,
no, but the thing is, that's the truth. That's the world we live in, But the thing is, you cannot let that stop you. When you have things like that, you cannot let that stop you. That should be your drive to continue to keep going. And that is what you did. I always tell people, secret life is you. If you want to change, you want to do better in life, it is you. So you made your own open mic.
Yeah,
you guys made your own group together. Yeah. You guys said keep going. You guys said, I'm not saying fuck society, but you guys said we're not going to be what society wants us to be.
Yeah.
And you guys made it happen.
In the comedy circle, like maybe in rap too, or in music, there is this thing where artists not necessarily judge each other. They don't like for instance, we'll do a show, right, and everyone will be laughing, right, but it's an open mic, so there's comedians. Certain comedians won't laugh, no matter how funny the joke is. They're just, I don't know, maybe that's just how they are. I'm not taking it personal, whatever. I'm trying to word it right.
Like, it's kind of sad and good, like, in the same way, because without that happening, you wouldn't have made your group. Right. But it's kind of sad that you kind of had to make a group, because you wasn't inclusive. No one accepted you guys. Right. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And that is the same thing. Like, my love's watching. You guys know what my channel is about, why I do this, do my videos, to show people that it takes us to, love one another, support one another, and be here for one another, uplift one another out. It doesn't matter what field you're in, artists, anything. You got to support everyone around you. Tell them, just any little thing that you can do. But the thing is, there's enough room for all of us to eat.
Facts.
Let me say that. There's enough room for all of us to eat.
Yep.
It is okay to be happy with someone else's success. Yep. It is okay to help someone, with their success, to motivate them and uplift them. There's enough room for all of us to eat.
Maybe that's where the misconstrued is. It's like I feel like when someone is somewhat negative, or you feel like they're jealous or anything, I just feel bad for them. It's like you got it.
Exactly.
You got it fucked up.
That's what I was trying to say.
We all can make it, And it's more beautiful when it's more people, Like, I feel like I wouldn't have as much fun doing a show without T5 or without Dario, without TJ.
And you guys all learn together. Man. You guys get close together, connect. You guys are like a family. So every comedian that he did, that we all mentioned, there was so much to take in. I will put all their links in the description box. So if you ever have a chance to see them all in a group or anything together, please contact them. And also the rapper that you mentioned, Eddie.
And
I will put, Unibars too. Yes. I'll put all of this information in there. Eddie, Keenan, and I just wanted to say the rappers of Eddie and Keenan, keep going, keep making it happen.
Love y'all.
The comedians that we all mentioned, Terminal 5,
Adid,
Dario,
Yazid,
TJ,
Dario,
all you guys. We love you and thank you for doing what you guys do. It's not easy. Keep going. I know that it's hard, but your future is bright, and I fucking mean it. We freaking mean it. But yeah, me, Younis, we talk so much. We're just getting off the track here. I'm like, for real. Like,
we'll do another one.
Yeah, we definitely do. We should have to do a video like a few months now. So. But what I was gonna say, where do you see yourself, or where would you like to see yourself in 10 years?
That's a cool question. For me, I just like. Because it's so
like how old would you be in 10 years? Like
I'm about to turn 23 in April. My birthday is my golden birthday.
So you're gonna be 33 this 10 years coming up?
33, yeah.
Oh, it'll be your golden birthday.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do? Like, so we just come.
Right?
I'm like, we just coming out of church.
Because it's April 20. Isn't it golden birthday? So my birthday's April 23rd, and I'm turning 23.
Oh yeah.
So I'm about to buy the MJ jersey. You feel me? 23. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but maybe a show. Maybe I'll do a show for my birthday. But so yeah, you were saying where am I gonna be in 10 years? Hopefully. Hopefully not in jail. No. I'm joking.
If you ever did, I'd be like surprised.
Yeah. Yo, I would not survive. But I don't know. My goal. I hope I made an impact, even if it's just a few people's lives. I hope to be still doing what I love. Maybe on a bigger pedestal, So instead of like. And I'm grateful for what it is now, but like if I could just do shows with like maybe 1,000 people, that'd be fucking crazy,
You did 200.
definitely, I mean, hopefully by 2 years from now, I want to shoot my first independent 45-minute hour special. It don't even, you know what I mean? If Netflix can do it, cool. But like,
Yes!
but like, regardless, I'm gonna shoot a special 2 years from now. That's my goal. What else? I just want to be happy. I want to be better from where I'm at now. Like, to me, I just take it day by day. Fuck the 10 years. If tomorrow I'm even 1% better than I am right now, I'm happy.
Oh
so
my gosh, say
if I
that
could
again.
just keep,
Yes,
you know
say that again. Say that one more time. Say that again.
Let me try to reword it the same way, because it came out
Yes,
nice, right?
yes.
I was like, yo, that shit is, I'm gonna write that down when I leave. But like, as long as I'm 1% better tomorrow than where I am today, times 10 years from now, just keep building up,
Growing and learning, like.
Because nothing happens overnight, right? And I'm pretty patient. I'm not really in a hurry. I've been broke. I'm still broke. I'm broke long enough, so I could wait another 10 years. You know, I hope it could happen before that when it comes to monetary gain. But like, at the end of the day, my only goal and purpose is when someone's gonna look at a picture of mine or a video of mine or something, I just want them to smile and really just be like, forget where they. So if they're having a bad day, they just see my picture or a video or a skit. I just want them to smile or laugh. So as long as I can keep doing that, and you know, I don't know, 10 years is I never thought that, you know, of course I think far ahead, but I try not to because
I'm the same way.
I overthink, you know. So I just want to get better. As long as I'm better in 10 years from now than where I'm at now.
I love that because, you know, I always tell you guys, like, you should be learning and growing every single day.
Facts.
You know, you should be better. Don't compete yourself to the next person. You should be better than who you were yesterday, an hour ago. Learn from what didn't go right yesterday. You should always grow and reflect every single day. And let me tell you something. If you are not growing and reflecting damn near every single day or, you know, a few times a week, you know, then you need to, that's a red flag. There really is. Because part of life, you have to, when I say change, it means you have to grow, you know, learn and stuff. When I say change, it's not like change who you are, like your heart. You know what I'm trying to say? But you can't have life without change. And if you're not changing, you're not growing, then this is why you're stuck in the same spot that you're at. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I just thought of something.
Okay.
10 years from now, hopefully I'll still at Madison Square Garden. Now, hopefully I will. I'll play this video back. I was up
yes,
shit.
yes.
So
claim it, and you get it. Claim it and you get it.
If I can do
love
Madison
that.
Square,
I love it. So before we end this off, I thought of I know my loves want to see, you guys want to see what he does and a little bit of stuff like that. If I can get some clips from you, I would put that in here. Some of your clips,
if my videographer
I
sends
definitely
it,
will.
I'll post it.
After this video, I definitely will put it in there. But this is like a scenario that I chose for you. What's your pickup line when you're trying to get with the girl?
See, I thought you'd never ask, you know.
Oh,
No, I mean, okay, so I just got out of, you know, like I was talking about in my last set, I was dating a girl for like 3 years. Now I'm single, right? So I've been single for like 6 months. So I'm stepping back into the dating realm, kind of. But I'll tell you a funny story that you bring that up. So I was talking to this girl, right? And I texted my friend, like, yo, me and this girl have been talking. And like, I don't know how to ask her to go on a date. I'm rusty, you know what I mean? I've been out the game for a little. I was like, Younis, you gotta be assertive. You just gotta tell her, hey, I'm picking you up at 7:30. Be ready tomorrow. We're going out. And so I was like, all right, cool. Assertive. So I texted her that. And she replies back, yeah, I'm hanging out with my friends tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, in the mix up. Yeah, it's like, that's how I am.
So you did the advice that your friend said.
Yeah, it did not work. But
wow.
Big Key, okay, if I could bring this up, Big Key is my mentor, right? And he gave me a lot of good advice on dating. And it's be confident, right? When, you know, you gotta, this is good advice not just for dating, just in general. Like, you gotta feel like a king. You gotta walk with your head up. You can't just be like that girl when she told me, yeah, I'm hanging out with my friends. I should have been on something cool, you know. I got better things to do. And no, that's an asshole. No, but like I should have just been like cool out of but me being me, I'm like, oh yeah, no worries. Maybe another time. You know? like, I'm so soft. Like yo, I feel like I used to be way more smooth, you know. So I think when it comes to dating at this point, I'm gonna just work on myself, and that's honestly a big goal. I'm not even really trying to date. I really want to work on myself, be good alone. I like how this became serious now, right? I wanna make myself happy before I try to make somebody else happy.
Woo, yes, that's what I am talking about.
So that'd be my pickup line. If a girl hits me up, sorry, hey, I'm trying to make myself
I like
happy.
that, because let me tell you, while you're working on yourself, loving yourself, you know, growing and everything, and, you know, knowing your worth, 10,000 more, you know, you never settle for less. But let me tell you something, when that girl comes, you will know.
Hopefully,
Only you will know when you're ready.
I hope so.
Learn from what you've been through. Learn from your exes, all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, don't carry baggage onto the next one.
Yep.
When you know your worth, don't settle for less. Okay, what is this girl doing? Remember that communication, understanding. Trust. So definitely, there's a girl out there for you. Definitely.
Hey, if that girl watching the video,
that's what
DM
I said.
Me. No,
Yes,
I'm playing.
Yeah, now wait a few months. He is single. Look, and he has a beard. Look at his beard.
I just trimmed it too. The day of the show was way bigger.
I love it though.
Yeah, I like it. It's coming back.
I love it. I used to want a beard, you guys, low key. Not obviously I don't, but I used to want one.
Man, what do you think? You see, man, that 10 years question, that was a really good question.
Right? Yeah. I asked all my loves that.
Hopefully, maybe married by 30. That'd be a good goal.
Yeah, I think you'll be with someone definitely. 10 years.
Or no, what do you think?
One kid.
One kid?
Yeah.
I'd like to be a dad.
Yeah. I think you'll be a really good dad.
Yeah?
Oh my gosh.
I love kids, man.
Yeah. I don't drink chocolate milk.
I'm lactose intolerant, I swear.
Oh my god.
You know what's funny? When I made that song, I didn't know if I was lactose intolerant. I just always had a bad, when I would drink milk.
So then you really found out.
And then it turns out I'm really lactose.
I always wondered that. I listened to the song. I'm like, is he really?
I spoke that into existence.
Oh
That's what
gosh.
I did.
Well, I'm happy you know that. So before we end this video, sadly, is there anything you want to let my loves know? Anything you want them to know? Anything?
I just really want people to follow their dreams, support other people who are following their dreams. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I always say that. So you can hit me up, you can hit Kia up. I'm here for you guys. You know what I mean? Like if you follow me today off this video, you see and you're like, yo, Younis, I want to do comedy, or I want to do literally whatever I can do to help, I'll do it. Don't be scared. Believe in yourself. That's something I'm still working on more. I wish I could do more. I would say trust the process, and at the end of the day, what's meant for you will happen. And if you need anything else, hit up Kia. That's what I'll say.
I love that. I honestly love that. I think he just stole everything I wanted to say. He said it all. So I'll put, every person you mentioned in this video, I'll put all in the description box. Younis's information, anything that you want me to put on there, I put that on there. Enjoy his videos. I put some clips on his comedy skits, some of his skits too. Show every comedian, anybody that you know, some love if you can. Support goes a long way. And when I say support, there's many ways you can support somebody. If you can't go to their events all the time, you can't watch your videos all the time, you could you could comment, you could share their posts, you could even encourage them, keep going, this doesn't go unnoticed. Some support can go a long way, and with support comes motivation, it comes inspiration. What I do, what I'm trying to say, so thank you.
Thank you for
next
watching.
Level my channel. Thank you for being
Sorry
on here. This is amazing. No, we both was all over the place. Because let me tell you, we both could talk. We literally just went from A to Z and then to
in the middle
J.
of the question, I would go back to the
right. So we have so much to say. So I want to say thank you for my loves watching this. I love this video. It's really fun. And just be yourself. Do what makes you happy. Stop living for other people. I want you guys to know that you are the author of your life, of your story. So it's time for you to write it and to start it, loves.
And her energy is contagious. I swear. I walk out after I talk to her, I'm like, let's live life. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Yes. So
let's
that's another thing. Energy. Yeah. Energy is really important. Who you surround yourself with is really important, okay? So if you feel shitty down there every single day, maybe it's your environment, or maybe you're a negative person, but let me tell you something. Change that today, because that makes a total difference, okay? Absolutely. So, we love you. I love you, loves.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, you guys. Have a good day.
We'll see you guys.
We dance.